Do you spend a lot of time sitting? Do you get stiff and sore? Me too. Today what I want to share is 4 simple stretches to help you loosen up and feel better. I'm Shauna Kay, female fat loss expert and author of this book, Lose Your Menopause Belly. And these are so simple and easy to do that you could even do them in your office. Now, I have an exercise ball, but you could be using a smaller ball, you could be using a coffee table, anything. You could be using a door frame for this first stretch. So most of us are super tight. I'm just gonna put a timer on for a minute. Most of us are super tight through our upper chest. It's because we spend so much time at a computer, driving, texting, and so we tend to be really tight through the shoulders and not very strong through the upper back. So by loosening up the chest, this is a passive stretch, you will feel better immediately. If you have tension headaches, this will help relieve those the tension in your neck. It'll help your posture. This is a simple stretch that you can do anywhere. It doesn't cause any strain, and it's self-correcting. So you can't really overstretch on this one because gravity just does the work. Now I'm just going to have a stretch for just a little over a minute. There's a minute right there. But what you can also do is you can be moving the hands at different points. And if you find, oh my goodness, this is where the sticking point is, or if you move it up, for example, like you could do even just 5 minutes on this stretch if you're really tight through the upper chest. And it is just brilliant. So think about range of motion for this one and hold and let it sit. Sometimes I do stretches like this for up to 3 to 5 minutes, and it gets a little bit uncomfortable, but you just have to, just relax through it. So that's my first stretch, and that one is especially for a nice chest opening stretch to help relieve the tension in your shoulders so that you don't have those shoulders attached to your ears. Okay, so we're going to lose the ball. And the next stretch I want to share with you is one for your hip flexors, because typically we sit all day and so then we get super tight through our hips. So, sorry, just getting organized here. All right, so this first stretch that we're going to do is we're just going to put one foot in front of the other and we're going to just lean into this. So we're just going to drive our hips forward and just keep the eyes forward. If you have a ball or a little coffee table even, you can rest your hand on it if you feel like you're balance challenged. Notice that there's 90 degrees at the knee and the ankle and more than 90 degrees at this hip. Now, to make it a little bit more challenging for you that want a little bit more of a challenge, you can raise the same arm as the leg is back and just reach to the opposite side, and you're going to feel a stretch right through here. So, like I said, most of us are, we sit a lot more nowadays than we ever used to. And so opening up these hips makes a world of difference for mobility and increase, like lots of us just get sore. Okay, so now from this, the next stretch that we're going to do is we're just going to go into a pigeon stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to just put this foot down in front. Now, I'm going to just get this to show you how to modify it. If this, if you can't get near the floor on this, grab a coffee table or your exercise ball, rest your hands on it. If you can get your hands down, great. This ball is annoying. If you can get your elbows down, even better. Now, what you might find is you can't get anywhere in the beginning, and then just during the course of the stretch, you're going to get down a little bit further. So again, you're trying to keep those hips nice and square, and you're going to feel this through the IT band, through the glute, and through this hip flexor. Now, another thing that happens with us is that we're tight through our hip flexors, but we're also lax through our glutes. So this next stretch, we're all doing one side, is going to wake up those glutes. Hey, Sev. So what you're going to do is you're going to put one foot in front of the other, or if you can, you're going to put it on top, and you're just going to lean forward, and you're going to feel a stretch. Sev, hey, come here. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We're doing a video. You're going to feel a stretch through this glute, and that's going to help to wake up that glute, because I tend to say that we're lazy asses, not because we're lazy, but because a lot of us don't know how to engage our glutes because we're so tight through the hip flexors and we just don't use our butt muscles. So it's important to wake those butt muscles up. So this is the fourth stretch. I'm going to go through them again when we do the other side, and I'm getting us to stretch about a minute per side. All right, so that was for that glute. So now let's go to the other side, where we're going to take a big step forward, lean into it, hips are square. We've got 90 degrees at the knee and the ankle, and we're just going to sit in that stretch. I've lost my ball, it rolled over there. The problems of working outside on an unlevel surface, but you can, if you need to relax on or lean on a coffee table or a ball, that's helpful. So this is just waking up this hip flexor here to make it a little bit more intense. You're going to lift this arm, lean over to the side where the leg is in front, and you're just going to breathe through that stretch. So today we're just doing it for a minute, but you can do it for 2 minutes, up to 5 minutes. If you have tender knees, you might want to put a cushion under this back knee, or make sure you're not on a patio with maybe a bit of gravel that might be underneath it. So this, we're just waking up that hip flexor. Now we're going to get a little bit more intense. We're going to go into a pigeon, and again, like I said, if this is too hard, you can get that ball, but the idea is to get this at 90 degrees, and you can be sitting up or leaning down. I don't know if I can see in the video. And again, you're going to be feeling through this IT band, this glute, and the left hip flexor now. Again, we're just going for a minute. This will be just a very short, like 8-minute routine that you do. You could even do in your office. Just take off your shoes, hike up your skirt, close the door. Do these stretches in the middle of the day. They'll re-energize you, relieve some stress, allow you to get back to work. All right, now from here, what we're going to do is we're just going to stretch out that glute now. So now that right leg is either going to be forward on the floor where we're going to lean, but if that's not enough for you, you're just going to stack those knees, you know, foot on knee, knee on foot, and then just lean forward. And honestly, it doesn't look like much, but holy hip stretching. You're going to feel that. You can lean forward. And again, that's just going to wake up those glutes. When you're feeling nice and limber, you know, it takes away that joint pain. Now, I also want you to consider that you get stiff from sitting a lot and not from not moving, but you also get stiff and sore and inflamed joints from your nutrition. So if you're doing all the right stretching, it might be that your diet is not quite right. So by reducing sugar and other inflammatory foods, you'll notice that joint pain significantly reduces. So there's our 4 stretches. I think that took us maybe 8 minutes. Easy to do right in your office. Now I want you to consider that this feels good, but just doing this mobility and stretching will not give you the body of your dreams. But what will give you the body of your dreams is hot, sweaty workouts that are very short, that are resistance training, that will build a little bit of lean muscle tone. And when I say building muscle, don't think you're going to get all built, big and bulky. If only it was that easy. But the muscle that you add or retain in your body, that is what puts the sexy in your jeans. That's what helps you get rid of your menopause belly. So I've got some great workouts. They're called My Bikini Belly. Some links will be below. If you want more tips on, how to lose your menopause belly, then get your book, my free book. Free, just pay for shipping, and I'll have a link for that below as well. And I hope that you do these stretches in sometime within your workday. Certainly at the end of the day, you're definitely going to notice more flexibility, more limber, less joint pain, and more energy. See you next time.